마이크 음속 꺼짐. MLB 다셔 25.
Hi, everybody. It's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Detroit Tigers and the National League All-Stars.
And now, please welcome.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
National League All-Stars.
Just about ready to go. And on the hill in this one, Paul Skeens.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Parker Meadows leading things off and takes a strike. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Scoops it up barehanded, and he beats it. He's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Let's go. Come on.
Meadows at second with nobody out. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Here we go, Paul.
Pitch misses there, and that is ball one.
Strike him out.
Caught him looking for the K.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Man at first with one gone. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
He had more time than he thought right there. Probably didn't have to barehand it, but he made it look nice, that's for sure.
Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. And there's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Kicks and deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Gets to it on to first. That completes the strikeout inning over. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And our pitcher in this game, Tarek Skubal.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ketel Marte, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Definitely not a partay for Ketel Marte.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
That one the other way, puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 down, bases empty. Trey Turner at the plate. And that's in the dirt. 2 outs, bases empty. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. End of the first from Truist Park. The Tigers lead it 1-0. Back at Truist Park, and now Colt Keith.
Number 33, Colt
Keith batting 6th in today's lineup, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. Ground ball right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
batting 7th, the 3rd baseman, Jace Young.
Jace Young, the next to hit.
Rock and roll.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-1. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. To third.
Hustle.
Boom. Throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Jake Rogers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That to right. Tatis. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here is Bryce Harper. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles. So to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bierling makes his way towards it. Can't get there. Base hit.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now it's William Contreras.
Let's go, Will.
Runner on the move. On the ground. Sweeney tosses to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 6th from the Milwaukee Brewers, the center fielder.
And now it's Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
No balls, 1 strike. Let's go, Yelly.
Fouled off. He was late. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a ball evens the count. 1 out and a runner at second. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Batting 7th.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit.
The designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
1-0.
Runner at second. 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's back there. That one is gone. He'll touch them all. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
He throws a pretty hard slider, but when it doesn't break, it's just like a good fastball to hit. And right there, eyes got big, hit that ball really hard, and now he's getting high fives in the dugout.
So 2 down, and now it's Alec Bohm. In for a strike, 0-1. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swing and a ball popped up. That is the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Atlanta, now Trey Sweeney.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Yep. That one at triple digits. A dive, he's got it. From his knees, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond to first.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Parker Meadows. And that's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Now batting, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out. Down in order go the Tigers. And our score remains 2-1. As we go to the last of the third. Now batting Jurickson Profar. Skubal back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And that one in the air center field. Meadows sizes this one up. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Patel.
So the batting order turns over. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That one outside, and that's ball 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Now one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Misses inside. Counts full, 3-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, and Skubal gets the strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things.
The right fielder.
You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Tatis in now, takes
1
ball
ball,
1 off
no
the plate.
strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
3-0.
And another ball. Trey Turner to bat next. Fastball for a strike.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there, and as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
And that's in there at the knees.
Full count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the NL is down in order, but they still lead it 2-1. On to the fourth. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Tigers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And there's a ball. That one's in there. 2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Profar settles under it, makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next for the Tigers, the designated hitter.
So up next, Kerry Carpenter.
Go back to Detroit.
In the air, left field. Profar has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
The right fielder, number 8, Matt.
And now the right fielder, Matt Vierling. He's 0 for 1. And a strike right through there. That one at triple
One
digits.
strike.
Inside,
Ball.
just missed. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And that is that. Offense held in check there to the bottom of inning number 4 now. The NL leads this one 2-1. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Trey Turner.
Turner.
Make it count.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Singled and scored his first time. And that drops in for a strike. That clips the corner. Foul ball, still 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hit in the air, right field. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Contreras in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Not close with that one, and it's 1-2. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. NL goes down quietly as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the first baseman, Colt Keith.
Colt Keith.
First pitch misses.
Well, these Tigers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Next pitch is downstairs. That's inside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's the third baseman, Jace Young. Grounded out his first time. And that is out of play. Fought off foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That missed by a lot. 1-2 to count.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. Flied to right his first time. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some
length on the secondary lead and perhaps scoring a ball in the gap.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and a count 1-2.
Sit him down.
Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Two on, 1 out. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Strike him out.
Set him down.
The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the runners will move up.
Now batting, the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
And next up for the Tigers, Parker Meadows. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Makes the catch, inning over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The NL is on top, 2-1. Back at Truist Park, now it's Christian Yelich.
The center fielder, Christian
Yelich, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And a foul ball. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball.
Come on, let's show him.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one.
Ozuna.
Get another one.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Outside corner, there's a strike. And it remains 2-2. Now that's smacked to right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
And here comes Alec Bohm. He popped out his first time. little bit
No,
high,
that's too high.
and that's ball one. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Top of the zone for a called strike. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. That one hammered center field. That's back. And gone out to the deepest part of the field. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 3-1.
Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
2 outs, nobody on. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. And that one clips the corner. Next offering upstairs. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's Gleyber Torres. Skeens back to work. And that's way high. 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
That one at triple digits.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Two.
Stays alive.
Punch him out!
Full count.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swung on, belted. That's back. Gone. So he blasts one out the other way. It's 3-2.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Here's Riley Green. That's through there for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2. Good eye right there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
just misses. And the count's full.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Inside, and that's ball 4.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
No outs, runner at first. Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. 0 for 2 in this one. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Matt Strom, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Hoffman also throwing. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And now 2-1. Late on that fastball.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
2 strikes.
Strike him out!
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Sit him down!
Got him! So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Now at the plate, Matt Vierling.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Check swing, and he went. Strike
No
1.
ball. 1 strike.
Swings and misses at the sweeper. Green stands at first with 1 out. Next
Ball
pitch
1.
misses. Now 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Sit him down!
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
So digging in, Colt Keith.
Let's go!
That one's upstairs, ball 1. And the 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Ball 2. 2-1.
Inside, just missed. Jace Young in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Contreras has room, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it. Detroit making up ground with this homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Ketel Marte.
The second baseman, Ketel Marte.
That's a little bit low.
No.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Vierling on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a quick out, number one.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Tatis stands in now and watches strike one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty.
Ball 2. 2-2.
Line drive and lines out to third.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Turner in the box again, takes a strike. The Tigers have some action going in their pen for the first time. Tommy Kahnle getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Holton getting cranked up as well. And now the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Outside with a breaking ball.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
And that's outside. The count now 2-2.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Third out. So they make short work of him there. We're through 6 full. The NL leads it 3-2.
Now pitching for
They
the
go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Matt Strom.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Well, one-run game. Jace Young up now for the Tigers.
Young.
And there's a strike. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Ball.
Jake Rogers in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Sit him down. Come on, punch him out. Strike him out.
This one in the air. Turner makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. 1 for 2. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Strom, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Strike him out.
Punch him out.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So 2 down now, and here is Trey Sweeney. Just
No,
missed.
outside.
And that one hammered way back there.
Unbelievable.
Makes the catch gliding onto the warning track. So they go quietly there, midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. National Leaguer is out in front, 3-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Holton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Fulton.
So Harper stands in.
For the National League, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
You got this.
And it's fouled away. And that
Oh, that's too
misses. And 1-1. And the
2-1.
sweeper misses. Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. And they add to their lead. It's 4-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now the catcher up to hit, William Contreras. First offering, and it just misses. And that's
No,
outside.
off the plate.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Big knock here.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right. Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Now batting.
Here comes
fielder,
Christian Yelich, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Wait for your pitch now.
Ball 1, no strikes. And that one cutting but missing down low. just missed. Foul ball there. Three and two. Payoff pitch. Knocks it down. No throw, and they come away without an out.
Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A two-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Runner takes off. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Hey, you got this.
And it's even up to Ozuna. Yelich, the runner at second with one away. Next pitch in for a strike. And a count 1-2.
Come on, here we go.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. Two away now.
Now batting, the
Alec
third
Bohm
baseman.
getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game.
One more, baby. Let's go.
That's a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Dearling moving under this one. And the inning is over. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 4-2. Back here in Atlanta, ready to begin the 8th. And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
Come on, you can do it.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Action in the pen down there. Kyle Finnegan getting loose out there. Hoffman also getting ready. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
You can do it.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Punch him out.
That one not close. And the count is even 2-2.
Sit him down.
Swing.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Strike him out.
Goes down looking.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here is Gleyber Torres. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Matt Strom won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn things over to the righty, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. So a man at first. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. And a strike.
0-1.
The tying run at the plate. Just missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Hard hit left side. Off balance feed. There's one. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play, gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
Now pitching for
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Tommy Kahnle.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Profar down. Both the infield and the outfield shifted over to the right. Kahnle, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2013. Just missed.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And down on strikes he goes. And now 1 away. Ketel Marte up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 1 down, base is empty. And that skips in the dirt. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Gunther getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Late on that fastball.
1-2. Wait for your pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and misses, struck him out.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Big knock right here.
Tatis, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
On the ground to third.
Get there! Get there!
Zips it across, and they take care of Tatis for the out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing there for the National League, but they still lead this one 4-2.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
National League.
and on the mound, the closer,
Number
Kyle
57.
Finnegan.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And now, Kerry Carpenter, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Late swing, foul to the left. Hit in the air, center field. Yelich should have it. Makes the grab, one down. And the batter now, Matt Vierling. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
Hey, you got this.
Inside. And that is ball 1. The Tigers down by a pair here at the top of the ninth.
Ball. 2-0's the count.
Get me out here.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Off the plate inside, and a full count now.
Get me out here, kid.
That one blasted deep to right. Tatis going back. Gone. That one felt good. It's 4-3.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
1 out, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Colt Keith. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
There's a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Young at the plate now. That's ball 1.
Ball, no.
And another ball.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And there's the automatic.
3-1.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. And that one is going to go. He hammers one out to right. It's their second home run of the inning, and we are starting over. It's 4-4.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Kyle Finnegan departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Tyler Glasnow comes on now.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a foul ball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
The next pitch misses. 2-1. Just missed. Trey Sweeney in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Sit him down.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. All even now at 4 apiece. Bottom 9, here's Trey Turner.
Let's go.
Be a hitter.
Canley back to work. Outside. And that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Will Vest getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Brisky warming up as well. Tied at 4. And fouled off. Little chopper rolls foul. On the ground to first, Keith. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper.
Well, 1 swing's a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all in to hit the ball over the fence somewhere.
And he grounds one to the right side. Torres over to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Now 1-1. Way inside, gets out of the way. Trying to send this to extra innings. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Next offering down in the dirt. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 10th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
Put him away.
In the air, left field, down the line. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Here's the throw. And he makes it up to third with one away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers.
Easy out now.
And that is out of play.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Next pitch is outside.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Tied at 4. And the runner's coming home. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball.
Finish him.
2-2.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous.
Strike him out.
Glass now, ready and deals. Just a slow ground ball this time. Throw to first in time.
The batter, the second baseman,
Gleyber Torres up to hit.
Shut them down.
Look at the out.
No batter. No batter. Swing better.
Inside,
inside.
just missed.
Shut him down. Put him away. Quick.
Fly ball to right. Tatis makes the grab, and that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now pitching for
New arm out of the bullpen, Will Vest.
Number 19, Will Vest.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Get ahead now. Let's go.
Misses
No.
inside, 1-0.
Get hitter now.
And he chases a high fastball there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one misses, 2-1.
Get a hit. Come on, base hit.
On the ground, right side.
Get there. Get
Throws
there.
to first in time. Yelich is out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcel.
High leverage spot coming up for the big bat of Marcell Ozuna.
Get another one.
And that's
Ball.
off the inside edge.
One ball.
And that's ball
No
one.
strike.
And downstairs.
Well, this is
Cue
a
ball.
little tough
No
for the
strike.
hitter in the back of the mind. You're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back, let your hands work, stay in the middle of the field.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Breaking ball inside. 3-2 now. Alec Bohm in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
All right, here we go, kid.
Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first, and here's the pinch runner, Ellie De La Cruz. Now the batter now, Alec Bohm. Outfielders playing shallow, corners are in, trying to cut down the runner at third. That's a little high. Ball one.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
On the corner for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Now one missed.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the National League, Luis Arias.
Well, they're going with the lefty bat here, Boog, trying to improve that matchup for a very important at-bat in this game.
All right, here we go.
Inside, just missed.
Wait for your pitch.
Better back up outfield.
The 1-0. Left field, Green on the run. Got it. Nice grab. And that is the inning. National Leaguers strand a couple. Still all square at 4 apiece. Jackson Merrill into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. Man at second, nobody out. And Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Next offering is in for a strike. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Detroit going with the pinch runner, Zach McKinstry. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Carpenter will hit next. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out. Ripped on the ground to second in plenty of time to first, and there are 2 outs. So up next, Matt Vierling.
Here we go, defense.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Here we go, defense.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back at Truist Park. Now it's the second baseman, Ketel Marte.
All right, here we go.
Let's go!
And the first offering is not close. That clips a corner.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
And now it's 3-2. Fernando Tatis Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Let's get a base hit here.
Nothing but BP here.
Man at second. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Brings it in. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate.
Let's get something started here.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 1 away, and the game-winning run stands at second.
One time, baby, let's go.
He's trying for third. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
You know, I'm not really sure why he was even going for third right there, especially after getting a pretty bad jump from second. You got to shut it down at that point if you don't get off to a good break. He didn't even take a good throw to get him at third.
Next offering is downstairs.
Let's go.
That one just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Big knock now.
Off the
No,
mark
that's a
there,
ball.
and that's ball 3.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Trey Turner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Outside, and that is ball 4.
A great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Will Vest is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Jason
Tigers,
Foley gets handed the rock out of the pen.
68.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Turner now. 0 for 4. 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout. And that one fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 outs, but the winning run is at first. Tatis runs, gets a piece, and stays alive. And that just misses.
That's a really good take.
Good eye in that spot.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Bryce Harper would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
And that's a fair ball. Here comes Tatis around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Wow, can't argue too much with sending him home, trying to win it in extra innings. No one likes to play these extended games. It's taxing on the bullpen. But stellar defense prevailed that time. The tag just got him in time, and we'll play on.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Colt Heath.
Shut them down.
Glass now back to work. That's in there, and that's strike 1. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
In the air, left field, down the line. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Young.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Young now at the plate.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Fastball is outside.
Here we go, defense.
Check swing, and he went. And the count even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Tied at 4. That's off the mark, and the count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Punch him out.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2-2.
Punch him out.
And there's a ball. Jake Rogers in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Punch him out. Strike him out.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. First pitch misses. And another ball. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Breaking ball, and that got him. Trey Sweeney, the next to hit.
The shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
With the go-ahead run standing at second here in extra innings. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Sit him down. Hey, put him away, kid. Let's go.
Just missed. Parker Meadows in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
If he would have had just a little quicker release going up the middle, he's maybe able to get that out right there. And that's the kind of play that defines the best shortstops between just the average ones.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That'll be it for Glass now, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Shota
National League,
Imanaga gets the call from the
number
pen.
18.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Here's the center fielder, Parker Meadows. Swing and a foul out of play. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. That one inside. 1-2 to count. So they're all loaded up.
Strike him out.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they strand 3 and leave them loaded. 1 run can win this thing as we move ahead to the bottom of inning number 12. And we are tied 4-4. Bottom of the 12th inning now. Here is Bryce Harper. And ball 1.
Good eye.
1 ball, no strike.
Do it again.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Big time
1
jam
ball,
right
2
there.
strikes.
I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next to hit, William Contreras.
Ball one.
Up and in, and that
1-0.
is ball one. The winning run on second base. Out to short. Throws across the diamond. That's it out. Here's Yelich
Now
at the
batting,
dish.
Center fielder, Christian Yelich.
Sliced hard but foul. Winning run in scoring position with 2 away. Just
Outside.
missed.
Base hit here, come on. Get your pitch.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
In the dirt, and the runner holds.
Get on base.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Winning run stands at second. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 3.
Nothing like BB here.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Make it count. Let's go. Come on.
Man
get
on
it back,
second,
get
2
it.
down. Line drive. Fair ball. Across is the winning run, and they win it in 12.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Detroit Tigers and the National League All-Stars.
And now,
First pitch coming your way next.
your National League All-Stars.
Just about set to go now. And on the mound in this one, Paul Skeens. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And here is Parker Meadows. Inside. And we're underway. And another ball.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
That one misses. And now 3-1. There's the strike. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. Just missed. The 1-0. One out, base is empty.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Riley Green in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one off the mark, and it's 1-1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And that one got him on the elbow. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. First pitch just misses. Green leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Two outs. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Here's a 2-2. And they'll do it again. That's down and in.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Tigers leave one. And now the NL Stars will get their first crack at it. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the slab, Tarek Skubal. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's the second baseman, Ketel Marte. The pitch. Just missed. Late on that fastball.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
That one ripped, but foul. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Foul ball.
Boog, Tatis is so athletic. He probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
Swings over the top of that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside. And the count is 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Tied him up on a fastball inside. Trey Turner now. And that drops in for a strike. Missed with a changeup, and now it's even 1-1.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 out, space is empty.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one ripped. That's a base hit. He saw a lot of pitches in that at bat and found a way to win the battle.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Bryce Harper now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. High fly ball out towards left field. Green reaching back towards the wall. And that's the inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Second inning set to go. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Vierling. Vierling in his fourth year, hitting fifth in today's lineup. Usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. Next pitch, not close, up high.
Well, the big play, in my opinion, from right field is that throw from right field to third base. Longest one in the game, and you got to have a pretty strong arm. Hopefully he can play that one hop nicely if he has an opportunity to throw out a runner.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Colt Heath, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. No score here in the second. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit, so he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent. Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Profar has a beat on it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Batting 7th, the third baseman, Jace.
2 down, bases empty. Jace Young up now for the Tigers. Right through there for a strike. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one to first, Harper. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Back here in Atlanta, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, William Contreras. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That misses, and that's ball 1. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Batting 6th, from the Milwaukee Brewers, the center fielder.
So digging in, Christian Yelich.
Let's go, Christian.
In there at the knees, and that is strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Next one misses. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Rip towards third. Tosses to first. Yelich out on the play.
Batting 7th, from the Atlanta Braves.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Ozuna.
Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We played 2 full, no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers.
Shut him down.
Skeens back to work. And
Ball one.
takes low for ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That's on its way. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. He jacks that one out to left. It's 1-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Stepping in, Trey Sweeney. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's way high. 2-0. Skeens. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And a big swing and a miss. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And stepping in is the speedy Parker Meadows. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. One down, base is empty. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Boog, it looks like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
And now 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Good take by Torres.
1-0.
And that is downstairs. And now 2-0. Fouled off left side. 2 outs. This one in the air, right field. Tatis after it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Detroit draws first blood on the solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. Down the third baseman, Alec Bohm. The pitch. That's in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And And that
No,
one
that's
missing
the ball.
low.
Wait for your pitch.
Ball. 2-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
The batter, number 4, second baseman.
Here's Ketel Marte. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Hey, now let's go.
Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. And a pitch. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. And that's a swing according to umpire Mike Fillmore.
Big knock, Mel.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. The relay to the plate. The tag out.
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Come on, Fernando.
Off
That's
the
a
mark
ball.
there. And 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, Nando.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Make it count.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Tying run in scoring position here in the last half of the third. Next offering is down low. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That just misses, and the count is filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back at Truist Park, here's the left fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
There's a strike.
Well, these Tigers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. Schemes. Makes the grab, one away.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
So now the DH spot, Kerry Carpenter. That's outside. 1-0. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is in for a strike. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a good eye there.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Next to hit, Matt Vierling. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Carpenter, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
Go back to Detroit. Sit him down. Punch him out. Swing now.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Sit him down.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting, the
And
first
next to
baseman
hit for Detroit, Colt Heath.
Sit him down.
First
Ball
pitch, and he
outside.
just misses.
Strike him out.
101 on the gun, swing and a miss. Now one missed. Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
2 outs. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Jace Young getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time. That one misses. Ball 1.
Let's hold him.
That one at triple digits.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball. Marte. The throw to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. No runs, a hit, 2 left. And midway in the 4th, Tigers lead this one 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, Trey Turner at the plate.
Not a surprise he's off to a good start in this one, given he enjoys playing so much at home. Let's see if he can make it 2 for 2.
Ouch, that one drilled him. And no chance for him to make the play. Let's just hope he's all right.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and he might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bryce Harper to the plate. The first overall pick back in 2010. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Make it count. Let's go.
Man at second. On the inside corner for a strike.
Make it count.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good take.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Contreras in the box now. Takes strike 1.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Hey, you got this.
Up and in. Now 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Make it count.
That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the base of the wall. Around from second is the tying run. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Christian Yelich will hit next. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ozuna now at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. On the ground to third.
Get there! Get there!
Sends it across the first. inning over, and it could have been worse. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. You're dialed into the show. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. Now here is Jake Rogers. Fought off foul. Rogers goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Profar settles under it. Makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Sweeney.
Let's hold him.
The shortstop takes the ball, all tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And another ball.
Shut him down.
Strike on the inside corner. 2-1 now.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Going back on this one. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting. The center fielder, Parker Meadows.
Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. The other way, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's there with a double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Go ahead run on base. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. And that's a little bit high. Meadows at second with 2 down.
Ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Shota Imanaga up and throwing for manager Torey Lovello. Glass now, a hard-throwing right-hander up as well. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Full count.
In the dirt, but kept close. Not in time. He's safe. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Sit him down.
2 outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the
Leading up
ballpark.
for the
Here's the
National
third
League,
baseman,
third
Alec
baseman,
Bohm.
Alec Bohm.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And that skips in the dirt. Slice to right and foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. In there at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Ball. One strike. Ball one.
That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first. Profar is out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So the lineup flips over. Ketel Marte up to the plate. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
2 down, nobody on. Right down the chute. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
And that's a little bit high. And the count is 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Offense held in check there. 5 innings complete. All tied 1-1. Back here in Atlanta, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Riley Green.
Get him out.
Skeens back to work. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Fastball for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Matt Strom, the left-hander, up and throwing. Hoffman also throwing. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Strike him out.
And that's down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Now pitching for
The left-hander on now, Shota Imanaga.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And now the DH, Kerry Carpenter.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Next offering upstairs.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That one outside. 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Finish him.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
So 2 down now, and here is Matt Vierling. That one finds the zone.
0-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Colt Keith, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Yelich hurries it back in. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And up next for Detroit, Jace Young. He's grounded out a couple of times. Outside low, and it's 1-0. And there's the strike. Vierling, the lead runner out at second. Keith at first, 2 out of the inning. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Strike him out.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. So they strand a pair. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Green under it. Nabs it. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Turner stands in now and watches strike one. And there's a foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line. Long run, nice grab. And there are two down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And now here is Harper.
You got this.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
And that drops in for a strike.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
A changeup missing. And it's 2-1. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And the NL is down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers.
Swings and misses. 0-1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off.
Punch him out.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Sit him down.
And misses inside. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Now a chance for Trey Sweeney.
Come on, here we go.
1-1.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows. Fastball for a strike. Go-ahead run at second here in the top half of inning number 7. And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. No outs, runners at first and second.
Strike him out.
On the ground, 2 ball. Over to Turner for 1, back to first, and that is a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and here is Gleyber Torres. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. Gleyber takes outside. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Punch him out.
Got him looking. And we stay tied as the inning ends. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. All tied 1-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Will Vest.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 19, Will Vest.
Digging in,
Leadoff
William
for the
Contreras.
National League,
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Let's go!
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
That clips the zone. 0-2. Tigers bullpen with some action. Jason Foley, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Got him swinging.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes the at-bat's over before it really begins.
So up next, Christian Yelich has grounded out a couple of times. There's a strike. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Got him. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Marcell Ozuna digs in now.
Go.
There's a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
That one a little bit high, and it's 1-1.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
Fastball is outside. And a 2-1 on the way. To the left side, but it is well foul.
Come on.
2 down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. Deerlin giving chase. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And a potential go-ahead run stops at second base. So runner at second, 2 down. Alec Bohm will hit next. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Deerlin coming out, squeezes it, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. All tied 1-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Matt Strom.
Now pitching for the National League, number 25, Matt Strom.
Here's Riley Green.
Leading off for Detroit, the left fielder, number 31, Riley Green.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Kyle Finnegan up and throwing for manager Torey Lovello.
Let's go. Come on.
Outside low. And the count is 2-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here. Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
The next offering misses. 3 balls and a strike. Kerry Carpenter in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. 1 for 3. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Cut on and lifted in the air. Profar has a beat on it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. This one in the air center field. Yelich on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now
And
batting,
next up for the
left
Tigers,
fielder,
Matt Vierling.
Vierling.
Strom, 33 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of North Dakota. And that one fouled off. On the ground, right
That's a foul
side,
ball.
and it goes just foul.
Punch him out!
That misses the zone, and a count 1-2.
1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Come on, punch him out.
1-2 here. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field and makes the grab. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching for
Back
Detroit,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
58,
bottom of the 8th. Jason Foley.
Foley.
Torey Lovello making a move for a new bat. Luis Arias. He represents the go-ahead run.
Arias.
First
Ball
pitch
outside.
misses.
Come on now.
And another ball.
Be a hitter, let's go.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Just off the inside edge. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Back to the top of the order now. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Tommy Kahnle appears to be getting loose. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Swing and a broken bat roller
That's
towards
foul.
third. Down the line, and it's foul. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. And now they're out in front. It's 3-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. A hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Back to the mound. It hit him.
Get there! Get there!
And he's safe at first as no one could get to the bag in time. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So a man aboard, and the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. In there at the knees.
Wait for your pitch now.
And it's fouled away.
Get on base.
That one not close. 1-2 to count. And there's a ball. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is downstairs.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
No, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jason Foley done for the afternoon. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
New pitcher for the Tigers, Tyler Holton.
87.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Here comes Bryce Harper.
Stay out of the double play.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Tatis at second. Turner at first with no outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Ball 1 there. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Another 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras.
Ice cold soda.
Swinging a foul straight back. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Tags the runner, and that's 2. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Last chance coming up here for the Tigers. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kyle Finnegan.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Jackson Merrill into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know. So digging in, Colt Keith. And that is out of play. Finnegan, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. And the 0-1. That one missing inside. Next offering is fouled back.
Strike him out.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Yelich hauls it in for the out.
Now batting.
He's 2 outs away. Jace Young now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And there's the strike. The Tigers trailing by 2 here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Roger in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
They're down to their final strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Come on, defense, let's go.
The Tigers down to their final strike. Ball 1 low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long